has the creativity of a crafty beer and the elegance of wine.
I've never heard of this. Glenn from Silverhand Meadery is here to tell us all about it. So, okay, why have I never heard about this?
Well, it's one of the most ancient fermented beverages out there. Most people
I barely passed history class, so that's probably why.
Beowulf, the second sentence of Beowulf, it's actually mentioned. But here's what it is. This is like a real quick description. So 1 gallon jug here, and in this 1 gallon jug, I've got about 3 pounds of honey.
Okay.
We would top that up with water to dilute the honey to get the right sugar ratio.
All right.
Add some yeast, and that starts the fermentation process. So now the yeast are consuming the sugar in the honey, much like they consume sugar in grape juice.
I was just going to say.
Yeah.
It's like
and
the
so
process of making wine.
Totally. So you end up with this delicious fermented beverage that can last for years. And
Wow.
outside of the yeast, all your flavor is actually coming from the honey that you choose.
So
This is gonna be sweet.
This is the one.
Not necessarily. Because the yeast will they can consume all the sugar. And now you're left with the honey without the sweetness, and then you can add sugar back in, or you can start with so much honey that you end up with it being sweet as well. So that is an option, sweet, dry.
Now, how many people are doing this mead stuff?
It's the fastest growing segment in the alcohol industry.
Okay.
There's a bunch of meaderies just kind of starting to pop up. So yeah, they're really springing up right now.
Like a true person that likes my alcoholic beverages, what's the alcohol ratio? Is it like a glass of wine? Is it like a beer? Is it like a vodka?
Yeah, no, it's like a wine. And one thing that my wife and I really kind of got this thing off the ground. And one thing that we always try to focus on is savoring what is good. So we try to do that in all aspects of our life, and mead is just another one of those things where, it's not just about how good the drink tastes, it's about who you're with while you're drinking it.
Of course.
It's about spending that time together. And so as we drink it, as we have fun hanging out here trying different honeys and trying this artistic drink of mead, we're going to try and savor it this morning. So I'm going to walk you through some of your senses with honey.
Awesome.
And mead when we get there too.
Okay.
So you want to jump in with the honey?
Yes, let's
Okay.
do it.
So I told you honey is the most important ingredient when I showed you this.
Right.
Right? So I'm going to give you guys 2 honeys. Start with this one.
Okay.
Give that one to you, Julie.
Smell it or taste it?
Smell it. This is just a
Oh,
smelling.
smells good.
Okay, smells really familiar, right? Clover honey. You should be really familiar
Oh,
with that
yeah.
one.
I use clover.
Here, I'll pass this one to Kid.
Oh, I gotta pass it to him.
Now
Okay.
look for a maple smell. Look
Yeah.
for a bit of
Smells like
cinnamon
honey.
or spice.
Yeah.
So you can actually start digging a little
This
deeper.
isn't bad. This is a darker honey.
And this is orange blossom.
Orange blossom. Okay.
Yeah, so smell that and look
Yeah,
for
I do like
citrus.
this one.
You get a little bit of a citrus smell. So
I
this
put that in my tea. That orange. I like that. That's good.
So this is something we do at the meadery. We walk through a tasting of 6 honeys.
Yeah.
And we follow that up with a mead tasting.
Our audio guy's like, he wish he had 6 honeys, but I think that's of a different variety.
So now we've got three other honeys to taste here. This
Okay.
first one here, and here I'll get it for you. This is a Virginia wildflower honey. So you're going to notice some like rose flavor, some almost molasses, a bit of that bitterness. You can throw your used sticks on there. Pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the next one, this one is a blueberry blossom. And interestingly enough, you're hardly going to taste any blueberry flavor to this one at all. But look for like toffee and licorice. Isn't that so? It's
Yeah.
very different than the first one.
That's more like candy.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Okay, I
And
like
then
that.
the last one I'll give you today is a raspberry blossom from the state of Oregon. And
Okay.
this one, I always call it our jelly donut honey, actually. Because if you think jelly donut, you can kind of be taken there.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I like the blueberry.
You like the blueberry the best? Awesome.
It's got like a little bit of a rich, smoky flavor to it. A little bit
Yeah.
of something.
Well, and there's other honeys like mesquite honey that actually
But the
taste like
consistency
barbecue
is of a
sauce.
jelly donut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, if you use these honeys, they're very different, and make the mead out of it, you're going to end up with some pretty fun, interesting drink. And
Okay.
I'm so excited to taste it.
Yeah.
don't worry, we're going to taste it. So
I just want to. Okay.
let me jump. It's got the creativity of craft beer, the elegance of wine. So that
Okay.
means we can add whatever ingredients we want to this thing.
Which one is sweet? Because I like the sweet.
This will be the sweeter of the two, but I'm going to
Okay.
give you a little bit of both. So are you able to try dry?
Yeah.
Can you make it?
I can do it.
Okay, all right. So this first one is an award winner for us.
Okay.
This one's called Scarborough Fair. So I was a touring musician for 12 years, so I bring music back and everything. But yeah, if you smell it, it's made with rosemary and thyme. And
Not smoky, but
not smoky, but it's a dry, savory mead. So if you imagine this with like pork or with lamb, seafood like salmon.
but this is pretty good.
Yeah.
So this has been a fun one. To me, this is like, if you've been drinking mead a while, this is a good one to go to. And then we kind of move into the sweeter ones
That's pretty
for
good.
folks to try.
Now, sometimes when I stay home on a Friday night and watch Shark Tank,
Uh-huh.
I can go through a whole bottle of wine. Can you go
Right.
through a whole bottle of mead in one night? And would you be fine the next day? Or no, not suggested?
I wouldn't.
Okay. You wouldn't go through a whole bottle?
I mean, my wife and I might, but yeah, we
By
rarely do.
yourself.
I mean,
He's saying by yourself.
by
you wouldn't.
myself. No, I certainly wouldn't. That's just me, though.
Okay.
You might.
He has friends. Is what he's trying to say.
No, I don't like people. Okay.
Okay, this is good though. I like this.
So that was the Scarborough Fair. Now the next one, you might recognize the line, later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire.
Right.
To face unafraid the plans that we've made. So we love that lyric, and we named this mead Dream by the Fire. And this is an apple, or a cider mead, which means it's made with apple
Ooh,
cider.
Okay, this smells good.
So you should get vanilla, you should get cinnamon, and then you should get a lot of those cider flavors in it as well.
Now see,
I
this
can-
is the one
yeah.
that I would drink.
Right.
I like the Scarborough,
Sip
but I
this
like
by
this
a fire on a warm...
That's kind of,
Right.
we served it to our friends before we even had a name, and they were all saying, I just imagine myself sitting by a fire
Yeah.
drinking this. We're like, we got to get that the name somehow.
Yeah.
So that's what we went with.
What's it called again?
Dream by the Fire.
Dream by the Fire. I was thinking
Yeah.
sipping by the fire. Okay, Dream by the Fire.
Yeah.
This is good.
And there's our fiery logo. So yeah.
This to me is more like what I would consider, look at me trying to sound sophisticated, a dessert wine. This is definitely the wine, the Scarborough, that I would have with the meal.
I think
Right.
that's a great
Yeah.
comparison.
Yeah.
I'm taking
this is
yours
good.
since you don't like it.
He seemed
I do
to,
like it, but I think this one is sweet. This one like has a little warm, tingly feeling.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Either that or I'm getting tipsy.
And we put,
Everybody on the set getting tipsy.
didn't take long, right?
Where is the meadery?
Okay, so we're in the greater Williamsburg area, right close to Colonial Williamsburg, about a mile
Oh,
away.
you're down in my hood off of 95.
Yeah, you're from Hampton,
Hampton.
Roads, right?
Yeah, Hampton.
Okay, so like the greater Williamsburg area is just blowing up right now with
Right.
this stuff. So craft beverage industry's getting huge. So people are used to coming down to Williamsburg for the colonial stuff. But
Right.
you know, we've got Virginia Beer Company just opened. Aleworks has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Brass Cannon's moved down.
I should stop in and see you before I go home and see my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Imagine what that visit will be like.
And then of course there's Williamsburg Winery, which is
Yeah.
awesome too. So yeah, it's a great place to come down and hang out.
Well, thank you for educating us today.
Yeah.
This is
No
so
problem.
I like
interesting.
the meat.
Happy to get up here. So
And
yeah.
it's absolutely delicious. Congratulations on all the success. We've got the
Yeah.
website
Thank you.
up on the screen right now. Great to meet you, Glenn.
You too, kid.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, much
Thanks
more
for the-
Let's Talk
Thanks,
Live
Yeah, no problem.
right after the break.
Like she ain't got a clue. Then she told me she don't run with the crew. You